Oshodi is one of the most unlikely places to teach chess, but a young Nigerian, Tunde Onakoya, who is taking the game to impoverished communities, is rewriting that narrative. On this episode of the program, we spent time with these underprivileged children under the bridge here in Oshodi to tell the story of how they have been handed new opportunities to lead a better life. Welcome to Community Reports. I am Dari Ido. Oshodi, one of the most popular places in Lagos. Ever busy. Then if you are the infamous on the bridge, expectedly the ambient sound may go from trading activities to cast. But this is not particularly a story about Oshodi. It is about the people. For so many years, the bridges have been a place of shelter for some people, including children. A full 1/3 of Nigerian children are not in school. 1 in 5 out of school children in the world is a Nigerian. Even though primary education is officially free and compulsory, about 10.5 million of the country's children aged 5 to 14 years are not in school. Only 61% of 6 to 11 years olds regularly attend primary school, and only 35.6% of children aged 36 to 59 months receive early childhood education. These children in Oshodi are not only out of school, they also risk being introduced to drugs and all sorts of vices early in life. Bye. Now, from this board game, this group of boys are learning critical thinking and gradually making their way back to school.
Most money, stop, double pawn, Abi, Koda. Kí ni sẹ́wọ̀n lè ṣe mẹ́? Fẹ́lẹ̀ ìjẹ́. Fọpọlọta. Now, ọmọ bá yín play kọ̀ọ̀kan sí yìí. So, bọ́yé bá yín play yẹn, ronú kó tó gbé, má gbé kó tó ronú. Oh yeah, shake hands and start. Opening first.
Tunde Onakoya is the man behind the big idea. He's moved from slum to slum, teaching chess to help underprivileged children. Oshodi underprivileged is a different kind of story entirely, different from any kind of slum. But you chose this place.
Yes. Well, it's a combination of several things, and it all started sometime last year in July when I was driving past this vicinity, and two things happened, right? I was stuck in traffic, and a little boy, one of the little boys, they just walked up to my car and was begging for money, and I didn't have any money, right? So I was just begging and begging and begging. Eventually, the traffic cleared and I moved on to the next car, and I couldn't stop thinking about that boy on my way. That this boy someday is going to lose that childhood innocence, right? And end up being that agbero that we now fear. That agbero that will not beg you is going to bring out a gun or a knife, and that thing he didn't get while begging, you get it through violence, right? So I wanted to understand why nobody was paying attention, because it was obviously like something that affected society adversely. Then we now complain only when they have become that area boy, but then we miss out on that, on their journey, of evolving from losing their innocence to becoming that area boy that will now harm people, that will now become political tools and all of that. So I kept thinking about that. Then another time when I passed here, my car broke down on the bridge, like in the middle of the bridge there, and I didn't know what to do. So some of these area boys that quickly came to help me move it, to bring my tire, to help me fix it, right? And at first I was scared because the way they came, I thought they were going to rob me, but then they just wanted to help. And it made me realize that some of them, they are still really humans. And the fact that society has made them, morphed them into these people that we already consider as criminals and thugs, we put all of them in the same box. It just made me more empathetic towards them, right? Because they helped me. So that was when I decided I was going to listen to their own side of the story, right? Because I know that ultimately they're all victims of a dysfunctional society, like all of us too, in different degrees, right? But they also have a story to tell. Everyone has a story to tell, right? And the root cause of all of this is poverty, it's lack of access to opportunities, lack of access to information. So I told my guys, and we've been doing this for 3 to 4 years now, and I said, let us do a new project. But this time around, it's not like our typical Stress in Slums project, but this time, there are some risks involved, some security risks involved. And I told them, and they were like, are you crazy? Oshodi Bridge is one of the most dangerous places you can ever go in this country. And I said, okay, I'm crazy, but let's go. Let us just go, right? And we went there, and on that day, we didn't see a lot of children. We just saw some of these area boys. They were smoking under this bridge. And we called them and we told them that we wanted to be a part of them for the next 1 month. And they said, how? What does that mean? Because they were already like, they wanted to collect money from us or collect my phone. And I was like, no. I'm not here to take pictures of you. I just want to be a part of you guys for 1 month. Right? I want to teach the children something. They didn't know that they had never seen a church boy before. I just said I wanted to teach the children something, and they're like, all right, no wahala. What do they need to do? So we gave them roles and responsibility, and that was something revolutionary because for a lot of them, nobody knows their name, nobody cares about what they do, right? But for the first time, someone gave them purpose. We gave them roles and responsibility. That you will be in charge of tables and chairs. You will be in charge of welfare. You will be in charge of making sure we have food. So we made them a part of the project team. For the first time, they felt as part of something that wasn't just selfish, or not something that was going to use them for political warfare or anything, but something that would help benefit their community.
I like this move. Nice move. This one comes here. This one comes here. All right, let's go. Good. This one comes here. Correct. Good move. All right, let's have it. Good.
Tunde now has an army of volunteers who teach chess in this unlikely place, adopting a unique teaching technique.
I delayed the move, so with them. I tried to, because I've told them my story. I told them how I started playing chess, and so they all know how I started, and so I just tried to be. I tried to be friends with them on a casual note. When you are friends with people, then the rest is easy. So they actually want to learn. That's why they are learning. It's not like I'm not forcing them or I'm not. So it's quite easy when you're interested in what you're teaching them. It would be harder if I had to force them, maybe cane them and all that, but no. It's all them, it's all natural, yeah.
And I've noticed the language that you have adopted to teach as well.
Well, I've had to sharpen my Yoruba skills in this. I'm not a Yoruba, but I'm a Delta boy, but a lot of them are not really good with fluent English, so I have to try to delve. A lot of times I break out speaking Yoruba, but I just pick up somehow. Yoruba is not so hard to learn, but and since it's Yoruba, you understand, I have to follow suit with that language.
Is the language working for them? Do you think that's
Yeah, it's perfect. It's working perfectly for them. It's working perfect. In fact, a lot of times they advise me on some words. When I make a mistake, they're like, no, Elaine, and all that. So, checkmate. Hey, Patero for me, show me trying. I don't try.
The impact has been massive, and it's not just here in the slums where we pick out these kids, we reorientate their minds. It's not just giving them food or giving them clothes, no, it's actually reorientating their mind. When you take a child and you reorientate them, give them a better view of life, let them know that there's something better out there, you've changed everybody that will come in contact with them. So it transforms their life, transforms the society at large. And it's not just them. When we share these stories online, millions of people around the world get to see it and start their own projects. There are many people who have kickstarted projects similar to this with what they have and their own organizations and are creating impact. So it's far-reaching, not just here in Oshodi, but all around the world, inspiring people and letting them know they too can do things to help people where they find themselves. As a wise man once said, Tunde Onakoya, all of us are area boys, all right? All of us are area boys. My guys, show. My guys, show. All right, so wherever I come here, my guys, these are my guys, you know. We are all area boys. They protect me. You know, my name, what's your name, my brother?
My name is Tori Basiru.
Tori Basiru. This is my guy. He got his smile back. Can you show them your smile? You know, he got his smile back as a result of chest stuff. So whenever we come here, guys like him protect us and make sure that we are safe. It goes to show us that all of us are area boys, and if we all come together to do something, there's a common denominator. All of us want a better life. So when I come here, I feel at home. Okay, this is my phone. He's the one with my phone. You know, this is my phone. I trust him, and he trusts me, and we are all the same. And we just want a better life, all of us.
To be fair, we've kind of like done our part, right, by empowering these children with a new skill, telling their stories in a different light, and bringing more positive attention to them, right? But one thing we don't have the capacity to do now is we don't have like a correctional home for them, right? So we have to leverage partnerships to be able to get them an accommodation, where they put them in school, and empower them at least for the next 1 year of their lives, right? And we're working towards that already. We got one of them a boss to start his business, but it doesn't just stop at that. They've seen the better life now. They've seen that there's so much more about life, right, that they can aspire for now. So they all of them want to live here. They don't want to sleep under the bridge anymore. So we're getting an accommodation for all of them, right? And they're part of us now, we're family. We're still going to Mushin, we're going to all of these dangerous, and they'll be the ones to help us, you know, while we are pushing, because this is a revolution now, to save those children, right? To write a new story for the Nigerian child. So we have plans for them, for every single one of them, right? Beyond individual heroics, you know, I know how important it is to like build systems, you know, that are sustainable. We can't just help people like this and walk away. We can't just give them money. Even when we give them money, they don't take it anymore. They'll be like, don't worry, save it. Just help me pay my child's school fees. Just help me do this. Because they've seen that there's so much more to life than what they've always known.
I move to play. Most of move to play fún o tún play nǹkan tí ò dá. Ṣé nǹkan tó fẹ́ play nìyẹn? Nǹkan tó fẹ́ play nìyẹn? Okay, fílẹ̀ fún let go play.
Teaching those who've had little or no formal education a technical game like chess is definitely not going to be a walk in the park.
So, every move to play, listen. So, ó fẹ́ fi rook máa bo ihò eléyìí, but kò tíì bo ihò eléyìí.
To teach a boy on the street, I cannot teach him in English language. So that's how we learn on the street. Guy man, how far now? If you do like this, you do like this. What you go do? What you go reap? What you go cost you? So you get. That's how we teach them. Like I say, oh boy, má ṣe báyìí. I don't know ọmọgbọ́n tó bá ṣe 1 or 2. No, wàá kakú, wàá reason well ọmọgbọ́n. So as I'm there, I started flowing with them. Started flowing with me back. So I was like, okay, I cannot teach you English language. That Yoruba or Pidgin. You can assess how they will do from the board. When someone is aggressive or a style of play, you notice from the board. I can know when it's aggressive from style of play. So we have to know, okay, oh, no, you don't do this. When it's in chess, when you see a good move, you tell him to look for a better move. For you, like, this is a good move, calm down, think it through, don't rush. Just calm down, look at it very well, like, think about it, like, if I'm doing this, what about this? And you not just can't play chess from your own point of view. It's a 2-man match. You are playing from what your opponents play also. So you have to calculate, take the risks, analyze the movement. From there, we now have to equip that from the game to your personal life. Like, if I'm doing this, what would it cost me? What will be my end product? What will I gain from this? So from there, we now have to brought from chess to your normal life. I can literally to everything right now. From this boss to the underbridge, I can literally to everything around me. So that's we brought chess to them. You have to make it something they can relate to, something they can understand. Like their personal experience, like, oh no, don't do this. Like a pawn, I can't have a pawn, oh boy, sharpshooter and a pawn, yeah, my lord, bishop, yeah, man, low fire. So when they think that in their head, like, oh, they now bring you on the board and they bring it to their personal way of living. So they become better and become a better. Yeah, human. When you sit and chat with them, you're like, oh, somewhere from bad decisions, peer pressure, parental issues, like a poor family background, a lot of things brought them here. And I see myself in them.
Oshodi help me out.
Staying in Oshodi is not helping me at all. The way the task force has been coming to raid here is unfair. When they raided last time, a boy fell from the bridge and broke his leg. Thankfully, the chess in a slum team helped him. He's getting better at the hospital now. I just want to leave this place first. Secondly, if I could be enrolled in a vocational training, I want to learn barbing.
There are other sets of volunteers who have been inspired by what Tunde and his team are doing. They are also coming to Oshodi to give free services to the community there. There are many stories here, and one of them is that of Ayomide, who is now being reunited with his mom.
Last. We are over mommy and sorrow. Obama me and sorrow. Yeah, because most of them live home for years. So his mom came to me. I think he saw his picture online. Now they've been looking for him for so long. It's like a reunion.
So this also reconnects them with their family. So have you met the mom?
Never. This is the first time I've seen her.
So you're going to have a chat with her?
Yeah, of course I will. Yeah. Any for money, I'm told you. Tell me, elle pay me, or get pay Manu. Tell me, if I'm going to my wine, I'm a son to everything. Everything to my wife. I'm a phone for no. That I'm my boss or get pay. I'm a quite law school. But only the toju. Toju that I need. We should toju telephone. Nile, naked, they do. Forget. Dear, no.
Chess is considered a brain game because it is expected to be played with high intellectual capacity. Of course, a good chess player is also expected to anticipate the opponent's move, and that is what behavioral scientists call the mind theory.
Fawaz is one of the success stories. He's used the chessboard as a spring out of the difficult, unpromising life under this bridge. Jovial and very intelligent Fawaz is a king on the board.
I started playing chess when they came around. They said they were going to teach us the game, and I asked them how I will be able to feed. They said I shouldn't be worried, that they'll provide food. They asked me a question, I answered, and they gave me 1,000 naira. I thought if I could earn 1,000 naira for a question, that means if I'd answer 3 questions, I'll get 3,000 naira. He had told me chess made him what he is today. So I thought if I could learn the game, I'll be like him. That's how I developed the zeal to learn the game. We were divided into different classes. In each class, there are really good players. So as they announced the competition, they paired about 7 of us who were really good at the game to play against one another. I defeated all of them except one person whom I lost to. I cried after that game and became more determined. I started investing more time into learning the game. I faced Timileyin again and beat him multiple times. Chess gets you thinking strategically. The game is also a reflection of life situations. You not want them to kill your king. That is how life is. You will not want to be in a bad situation. The chess in slum team is working on taking those who are serious and willing to live here out of this place. Good fortune may not be for the multitude. The team can't force anyone out of here. They can only take those who are willing.
The chessboard is filled with life lessons, moves and decisions, and one of the things chess teaches so well is foresight and seeing the big picture.
For me right now, I'm focused on just solving the problem. in my own little way. Whether the government will get involved or not, right, it is not up to me to decide that. If they reach out, you know, I know that for me, the end in mind has to be these children. And if the conversation isn't exactly towards that, then there's no way I'll get involved. As long as the conversation is steered towards making sure these children have a better future, I'm willing to work with both government parastatals, corporate organizations around the world to make sure that these children get a better future. And that is my only dedication to this cause. I have no interest in politics, right? I have no interest to get involved in all of that, anyone. As a matter of fact, I've had to even decline a couple of invitations that I know doesn't agree with my own, my own principles, right? So, as long as the end is to benefit the lives of the children, then fine, because we can't do this alone, right? We have to think of solving this problem from the point of governance too, right? There's only government that has the ability to do this at scale, right? That has the resources to do this at scale. So if they want to partner with us to do this, then fine. But they should know that whatever proposal they're making doesn't go beyond benefiting the lives of the children. And that is all it is ever going to be. Anything else would never get involved in it. It doesn't make sense that children in slums, most out of them have never had an education before, and are learning a game as complex as chess. When you think about chess, it's a global touchstone of intellect, right? You think about the rich, the affluent, the intelligent ones, scientists, professors, and all of that. We never think about the slum child being a master of chess. So that was the mindset behind starting out, because I knew that for children in the slums, they've been marginalized for so long. Nobody cares about their future. So if I could teach them chess and they could gain mastery of it, people would respect them. People would look at them not because of their background, but because of what they have the ability to do. Chess was one way to show that these children have the intellectual capacity to do something as complex, as respected, do something as prestigious, and do it well, gain mastery of it. Now imagine if you give them an education. Now imagine if you give them an education, imagine if you give them technology, imagine if you give them access to equal opportunities, right? So this is redefining what education should mean. Education beyond the classroom will never be able to capture children like this, right? So we have to reimagine education in a way that includes every single one of them. So that's why we're using chess as a tool to engage their minds, right? And of course, they're good at it. They're not just good at it, they're great at it. We've had Americans come here. These children beat them easily, right? We've had a lot of people come here that are no match for them, right? And that's it. Talent is universal, but opportunities aren't. They also have the capacity to do so much more, right? Chess is just one way for them to find expression, and they're giving it everything, and they're good at it. And if you teach them anything else, as long as they have that opportunity, you'll be amazed at the kind of things they can do with it. So we want to raise a new generation of intellectuals from these places, from these unlikely places, right? We want to build that academy so we would always have a place to take them with world-class facilities for them to not just learn chess, but get education in a different way, in a way that prepares them for the future of work. Because the world is constantly evolving, and there are still children here that don't even know what the internet is. They don't understand the vast opportunities that exist in this world, right? So it is important that as we continue to talk about this future, that we are also creating an equitable one for them too, so they don't become liabilities to that future. So Chess in Slums wants to lead that revolution, to speak for children like this, to advocate for every single one of them, to make sure that they get an education, and to make sure that their stories are rewritten. Thousands of millions of people have passed the same bridge without thinking of what they could do because they were afraid. For you, Oshodi is point A to B, to your house, your office, and back to your house. But for these children, for these people here, this is the only home that they've ever known, and will probably ever know if nothing is done about it.
These young Nigerians are building a new community. The makeover is visible, but proper rehabilitation and reintegration may take more time. Now, with all the attention that comes with this, Tunde wants to stay focused and ensure that the buzz around this special work is to the benefit of the children.
That's our show for today, everyone. If you miss any part of it, you can watch it on our YouTube channel, and also you can catch other episodes of the program and follow the conversation on our social media platforms displayed on the screen. Thank you very much for watching. I am Darido. See you next time, and bye for now.